urine.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 177 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all here today, and we are fired the fuck up. I'm Mike. I'm here. Al is here. Liam is here. GM Liam. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see right under his little name. It says GM Liam. And there's a reason for that, because today is the big draft episode. The Tuck Rule Take Boys, we don't send a lot of mock drafts out there. I know everybody's got mock draft 2.0, 3.0, 8.0, 10.0, whatever it happens to be. No. The Tuck Rule Takes guys, we do one mock draft and that's it. Because we put a lot of fucking care into it. That's why. And what we're going to do, Al came up with this great idea. So we are all going to give our draft picks, all 9 picks the Patriots have. And then as we go through them, we're going to pick between the 3. So for the first round, we'll each say whoever. We'll pick whoever we think is the best one, have some talk about it, and that will be our guy, the Tuck Rule Takes guy for that round, for that pick. So I fucking love the idea, Al. That was like
that is a really good
big brain kind of stuff. That's why we need an adult in the room every once in a while.
Oh, thank you.
That's why.
Much appreciated. Even though before the show you were saying that was my first good idea, which is entirely untrue for you two morons, but that's okay.
Al, you want to know what your first good idea was before we get into this? Your
putting
first
you
good
guys
idea
together?
was putting
to make a show?
Liam McDade and Mike Sullivan together to talk about the Patriots on Couch Guy Sports. Go to Couch Guy Sports right now, just how it sounds. Couch Guy Sports, no crazy letters, no nothing. CouchGuySports.com. Check it out. Go listen. There's the Rafters podcast. You already know by now. Liam runs that podcast. Celtics are in the playoffs. Took care of business. 1-0 right now, up on the Magic. I might be going to a game. To game 3 or 4 against the Magic, by the way. We'll see. So I'll let you guys know if it happens. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Couch Guy Sports. Go check it out. Bunch of stuff going on there. But at least if you have about an hour or so, if you want to skip forward sometimes, if you don't care about the 7th round picks, whatever, just listen to us. We're there. We are also on Sports Spider. That's Spider with a Y, Sport with an O. Sportspider.com. Go check us out. You hear me say it all the time. NFL tab, click Patriots. We're right there. A bunch of stuff going on that site, but I don't care what you listen to, what you read, what you look at. Just make sure you listen to Tuck Rule Takes. This is our big draft episode. I think I know the answer. Do you guys have anything you want to say, get off your chest before we get into this?
No, I'm fired up. Let's get into it. This is exciting stuff.
I just think that the fans need to know. So coming into this, like when I first said we're going to do the full mock draft, Al, I'm going to put you on blast for a second. You were like,
go ahead.
Doing all of it. You were like, are we doing all of it? That seems kind of crazy. And I was like, no, I think, like kind of when we get down to it, it's not going to be too long. It'll be quick or whatever. All of a sudden, we get a text from Al in our little group chat. Probably like 45 minutes ago. Al's like, boys, I'm fired the fuck up. I can't wait to talk about it. Let's do it now. So we hopped on like a half hour early. It's not too early or anything, but still, Al is hyped up, ready to go. Liam, you're hyped up. I see you got your glasses on. You're being a nerd. No glass. I got my blue Patriots hat on. That's how you know shit's real. This is my favorite Patriots hat. So we got it going. All right, guys, without further ado, the 2025 Tuck Rule Takes Patriots mock draft starts now. And Al, since you were so hyped up about it, I think you should go first each round. Al, draft round 1, pick number 4. What are the Patriots doing?
So it's a chalk pick. It's the pick that I think we were all expecting. It's the pick that we were all trying to avoid. But you know what? With all the reports that have come out recently, unfortunately, it's boring. It's vanilla. It makes the most sense, though. It's going to be a left tackle. It's going to be Will Campbell out of LSU. Drake Mays, blindside protector. If he moves to guard eventually, it is what it is. And you took guard at number 4. You just have to swallow it. But you know what? At this point, you got to protect Drake May. You got to keep him upright. And I think Will Campbell, in a draft that's not really talented, is the best available left tackle. So Will Campbell, number 4 overall to the New England Patriots on Thursday night.
Yeah, like you said, it's a chalk pick. Liam, do you want to go second each time, or do you want to bat third? which is technically
So
cleanup, I guess. Yeah.
so I will go second just because I have a scenario here. So I
Okay,
have
let's
one
go.
that I think's going to happen, and then I have my traditional mock draft pick
Dude,
because what I
dude's already
think
coming
is
with
going
fucking
to
offset
happen,
message.
I do. What I think is going to happen is pretty ludicrous. And very, very deep. So I will just summarize it, get it quickly out of the way. So I don't think we are going to see anyone for the Patriots get taken at 4. I think there's going to be a draft day deal. I'm seeing, reading the little breadcrumbs, as Eminem once said, toward gayness, that it seems like we are going to switch from the fourth pick to the last pick of the first round, trade for AJ Brown, give up Kayshon Boutte,
Wow.
give up the fourth round pick, a fourth overall pick, and then at 32 overall, we are going to be taking Josh Connerly Jr., the offensive tackle out of Oregon. Dude is a monster. Been looking at his tape all day. Left tackle who had an excellent last season, only allowed 1 sack in 14 starts. I really like the dude. It just seems like everything that's going on leads to this. AJ Brown got his car stolen in Philly from him today, and he's clearly furious, going on a tirade on social media. It just seems like after all the chaos with him last season and with this shit, seems like it could be the final straw. I still don't think the Eagles should do it, but it just seems like it's trending toward that way, and I would be remiss if I didn't come out and say it.
Okay, so that's what you think they're doing with the first
That's what I
with
think they're
their
doing.
pick.
But I do have a traditional pick that I will say just for our conversation's sake. So I
Okay.
will that's how I think it's actually going to go down. But I do think, for mock draft's sake, with the fourth overall pick, I must agree with Al. It's got to be Will Campbell.
Okay. Yeah. See, and so I was talking to Al real quick. I know that I was going to do some trades. I didn't do any draft day trades, but I am very open to talk about them. Al, I think you said you didn't do any draft day trades either, correct?
I
You
didn't.
just kind of
No, I
stuck,
just I stuck.
sticked
Yeah,
and
and
I
I
picked.
didn't
stuck
want
stuck
to,
and
but
picked.
just everything that was
No, but
happening today,
that's
I was like,
but see that's see
I have
that's
to
why we
mention
do
it.
one. That's why we do one mock draft because we put
Yeah,
so much thought into it. So I was actually again, I was just talking about that where that is the rumor that's out there where the Eagles, if Abdul Carter's on the board, they may want to trade up to the fourth, which would make sense. They lost some pieces defensively. They want to get another one. That seems to be what that team does, what Philly does. Um, I will say I would love that if they did it. But what I would want them to do, if Matthew Golden is still there, take him.
yeah,
If there's one of those top receivers there, take them. But I would pretty much lean take Connerly, maybe the guy from Ohio State, Simmons. But I love that. The Booty thing that came out today as well, where Booty might be on the trade block, which that would be unfortunate, but it is what it is. Um,
yeah. I would hate that.
yeah, but that'd be interesting. That's something to keep in mind. The Patriots may or may not trade back. We'll see. But just for draft, for mock draft purposes, we'll say you're going with Will Campbell, Liam. But
Yep.
honestly, it wouldn't matter because, guys, this is pretty much the writings on the wall. Will Campbell,
Yeah.
LSU. I don't care about his tiny little T Rex arms. This
No.
isn't a Tyquan Thornton tiny wrist situation. This is the dude has so much tape. He can play left tackle. I know that measurements, they sent everybody into a tizzy, but listen, the first pick, I know it's best player available, all this. You can't draft for need. Calm down. You look at every situation in a vacuum, and right now, the Patriots need a left tackle. Just so happens one of the better players available is a left tackle. Draft him, stick him at left tackle. The odds are he's going to pan out, and you protect Drake May's blind side for at least 5 years. At least
Right.
5 years. So do that, make it happen. So I think very boring. Will Campbell is going to be the pick, but Liam, what were you going to say?
Does
Will.
seem like today I've finally gotten a clear-cut image of what the draft order, at least for the first 3 picks, because I still think we all generally agree on Will Campbell. I still
Mhm.
think some crazy shit could go down. They could
Yeah.
even select a player that's not Will Campbell. But I think it's pretty obvious. The greatest quarterback coming out of college football right now is going number one overall. All hail Cam Ward. Cleveland seems all in on Abdul Carter. Andrew Barry has come out and done everything but perform fellatio on the guy. He just
Mhm.
loves
Loves
Abdul
him.
Carter. And then the Giants, whose receiving core is abysmal, their corners are pretty shitty. They have fucking no one, are going to go
Mhm.
Travis Hunter. So it just seems so clear now.
See,
Yep.
I think the opposite. I think Cam Ward
Really?
won. I think Travis Hunter's going to go to Cleveland, and I think the Giants though don't be sold on the Giants. The Giants are a stupid franchise.
Yes.
They
That's what I'm
could
saying.
very realistically, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they very realistically could take Shador Sanders at 3, and then
They
Abdul Carter
could.
falls to the Patriots at
I
4.
would be blown away.
I know but I'm with you, Liam. I think top 3 in no particular order. Ward 1, and then Hunter and Carter are going to go 2, 3. I think that's
Yeah.
what it should be, and I'm with you there.
Yeah. If the
Yeah.
Giants take, I mean, they signed the two quarterbacks. If they draft a quarterback too, I'm going to just be so fucking confused.
Dude, that wouldn't even make sense. But I think it was Dan Orlovsky said it today. I forget what show he was on. He's on so many, but he said he's never heard of GMs and coaches saving their jobs by taking a pass rusher. They shoot for the stars. They take the quarterback. So maybe they take Shador Sanders. I don't know, but either way, it's got to be Will Campbell. I want to ask you guys, since this is kind of the polarizing pick, I would say the most polarizing pick out of the Patriots draft. Even if they reach or take whatever position from here until the seventh round, doesn't matter. This one pick will be the big one everybody will talk about. Kind of a twofold question. I know we all picked Will Campbell. Would you guys be would you guys be happy with that? Like, would you guys kind of, two thumbs up, ready to go? And what do you think the conversation will be on the radios, on Twitter, all that stuff in the streets if the Patriots do pick Will Campbell?
I mean, I think the Patriots will be good with it, and Mike Vrabel seems like a Will Campbell enthusiast, and
Mhm.
he just likes the intangibles and just kind of like the rawness that Will Campbell has to be a good tackle in the league. And I think a lot of the sports radio people are going to be like, well, if Hunter wasn't there, Carter wasn't there, then they had to take what was available and acceptance. But I'm going to tell you something. There's also going to be a lot of people that are going to be even more pissed off at Joe Milton for winning that Buffalo game at the end of the season. I'm just saying that
100%.
it's going to be out there. It
Yep.
is.
Yep. Yep, 100%. I think that it'll be that same thing. You'll hear all the radios, they'll start the same thing. And guys, the Patriots did the boring thing. We talked all off season. Could they trade? Could they trade up? Could they do whatever? Could they even take whoever? Nope. They take the boring pick. It's Will Campbell, but probably the right pick, right? And then people will discuss it. Callers will call in and be like, I can't believe you take a left tackle. The guy has the smallest arms ever. I can fucking picture it now. It's going to annoy the shit out of me, but I'd be happy with it. I don't care if anybody doesn't like it. Liam, what do you think the discourse will be about it? Or do you
I
even care? I feel like you don't care.
definitely don't care. I don't listen to talk
Yeah.
radio. I'm not Al. I don't poison my brain with that toxic bullshit. But I do agree with you wholeheartedly, Mike, that it'll be, well, he has short arms. Do you really think he's got what it takes to fight in this league? Like all those stupid generic talking points that have bled down from the Stephen A. Smiths of the world to
Hmm.
the most toxic form that comes to local sports radio. Just absolutely vile creatures.
And
They'll
guaranteed
just
you
start
hear at
calling
least
him a left
once.
guard.
I was gonna say at least once this week you're gonna hear he's gonna suck, Mike. He's gonna suck
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Felger and Mass.
He's a guard.
Guaranteed.
He's a guard. You draft a guard with your
I won't
fourth
hear
pick.
that
Come
because I don't
on.
listen to them,
You
luckily.
know that's what it's going to be. And guess what? Honestly, guys, if he turns out to be a fucking all-pro guard, who fucking cares? Like
Yeah.
it is what it is. You're drafting him to be a left tackle though. So that's my thing. I think that we are all pretty, I mean, as you could see here, barring a trade, which if a trade happens, all bets are off because then you have more picks. Who knows what's happening? But as of right now, first round pick, as we all kind of assumed, Will Campbell, that's going to be our guy. I got it written down. Boom. That'll be our thing. The next pick, the second round. Did you guys have anything else on Will Campbell, by the way? Sorry, I didn't even think.
No, I think it's pretty
Yeah,
straightforward.
pretty cut and dry, right? Straightforward. Second round, 38th pick. Al, step back up to the plate. Who, by the way, did you guys see who's going to be doing who's going to be announcing these picks? The second and third
Mr.
round pick?
Sweetfeet.
Mr. Sweet Feet himself,
So
James White.
psyched.
Yep, yep, get on there.
So
So Sweet
cool.
Feet Al, second round pick. What do you got?
I have them making a splash in the second round
Ooh.
for a receiver. One of two receivers that I have them taking in my mock draft. It's a guy that we've been talking about, big body, a really good route runner, had 87 receptions, nearly 1,200 yards, 9 TDs in his senior season from Iowa State, Jaden Higgins, going to the
Okay.
Patriots at 38.
I'm
See,
in. The Patriots get Higgins. The
Iowa
Patriots get
State,
Higgins.
like schools like that don't always move the needle for me, but that doesn't always necessarily mean talent. I think he's a fine wide receiver. I have a different wide receiver in the second round, but
All right.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think
got?
so. I think we all do. Yeah. Okay. So who's your receiver then,
okay.
Liam?
So I
I hope
also
we all have
went.
different ones.
Yeah, I went small school, but not super small. The Patriots did take a quarterback with the first overall pick out of this school many, many years ago, probably when Mike was probably around the time he got married, I would imagine. Or moved to Florida, maybe, who knows. I have the Patriots taking Kyle Williams, wide receiver from Washington State, out of the second round. He was the team's top receiver by far, 70 catches, 1,198 yards, 14 touchdowns. Watching his highlights right now, been watching it most of the day. Speedster, very entertaining. Screens mostly to the house. Look up his highlights when you get a moment.
Mhm.
5'11", not tall, not the Ted McMillan that we were hoping for, but dude pops off the screen. The numbers are clear cut, really fucking good, and I will gladly take that.
So he's been rising up everybody's draft boards the last like few weeks. Because you
Yeah,
start to see the tweets by people like, "Why aren't we talking more about Kyle Williams?" Then all of a sudden, people got him mocked into like the late first round and stuff like that. So I think I don't hate that one. I don't hate that one. We'll discuss him in a second. So mine, like I said, I picked a receiver. Thankfully, we all picked three different receivers, so this is going to be a
that's
fun little
awesome.
thing. My guy, wide receiver, 6'2" from Ole Miss, had 60 catches, 1,030 yards,
I
seven
know who you're
touchdowns
going
last
with.
year. Good hands, Trey Harris.
I
I
like Trey
think
Harris.
I think I might have mentioned him like a long time, like when the offseason started. I was like, oh yeah, like I think he might be the guy I pick. Surprise, surprise, he's the one I stuck with. I was bouncing around to a couple different people. There was another Iowa State receiver I was thinking about. There were some other people on there. But listen, like I said, he's 6'2". He's your X receiver. He's your big, deep guy, good on deep balls. He runs a 4.5 40 or 4.5 4.40. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just I wanted to fill that X receiver role, the big, deep guy that can just go down deep. So that's what I'm thinking. I do think that we all picked some good receivers here. Um, I guess who wants to waiver or discuss first because I think we're all pretty steadfast
I think we all have to make the case.
in our people. Okay, yeah, I mean I'll go just since I guess I was the last one. I'll just go quick. The Patriots need an X receiver. They don't have a big guy. Assuming Booty ends up getting dealt. Diggs can go deep, but Diggs is more, slants, some kind of hitches, screens, things like that. I think Trey Harris will open up the field for the rest of the receivers, your small guys, Pop Douglas, Kendrick Bourne as well, and Diggs. And yeah, it'll be nice to have, Drake May loves to chuck the ball up there. So Trey Harris, great hands. He's 6'2", like I said, big guy. That's my case for him. I don't even think I need to make a case, guys. I think his play speaks for itself. So who wants to go next?
Is that true? You
I
don't
think
think he
so.
needs to make the case?
Here,
I think so. I
I'll
did
make
make the
mine.
case.
I do
I'll
have
go
some
real
problems with
fast.
Trey Harris. Hold on, just quickly. I do have some problems with Trey Harris because I actually really like Trey Harris. I thought about taking him, but this is what I have in my notes here. A lot of hitches and screens that didn't result in the long touchdowns, like the guy that I
That's
chose.
fine. That's fine.
Injuries are fucking brutal for this guy. Back to
That's
back
why you're going to be
seasons,
able to
just
get him.
getting ripped apart with injuries. Totally, yes, not something I'm willing to bet on from a Patriots team that's always fucking injured.
Always.
Routes are a little suspect,
They're
and
suspect.
he has a low contested. uh low career contested catch rate. What a fucking word that
because
is. But
because he's always trying to get contested balls. There's so many.
yeah, well, because of
That's
his
why.
size, they're just throwing it up to him. So
Yeah,
I
they throwing
understand
it up.
bias stat, but he's
Yeah,
got some
boom,
problems
hole,
that
hole,
steered me
hole.
away from him. No, not exactly, because you couldn't poke a hole in the injury. It's suspect. I don't want
No,
that.
definitely can't. Yeah. Okay. No, no, I get it. I get that there's holes. There's a lot of injured people in this draft, by the way. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys noticed. Like a
dude,
lot of
everyone's
people
injured
coming out.
nowadays.
Crazy. But okay, no, I get it. I get it. But that's my case. So whoever wants to go next.
I'll just say this real quick. I will, for the sake of the team, because the team, the team, the team. I will
What team?
withdraw Jaden Higgins as the pick for the big board because I think Jaden Higgins could actually go a
No,
little sooner. He could be at end of the first round type of
you
guy.
think that?
So you know what? I'll step aside for this round and I'll let you two duke it out.
Okay. Do you know anything
Wow.
about Kyle Williams too?
I've heard the
Prior
name. I've
shooting
heard
guard.
him going up on draft boards and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
and I've seen him in a
He's good.
couple actually mock drafts. The Patriots
Mhm.
actually getting Kyle Williams. So
Okay.
I will. You know what, Liam? I'm going to hitch my wagon to you. I'm gonna go with your pick. I
Damn.
like your
Sweet.
pick. I do.
Damn. That
Welcome
so I
aboard.
will say I don't mind it either, but this what I think people will say this will be a reach. That's what people are gonna say, which I don't care
Could
about.
be.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
it could.
matter to
I,
me.
I think people will say you're buying into the hype of like the social media people who are like you said, don't forget about Kyle Williams. But
You
like
know, he's 5'11, he's a tiny little guy. I don't know. I
he's
don't know.
he's fast. Hey, Tank Dell was
Yeah,
way shorter and he
yeah,
had
that's
one
fine.
great year.
McCole Hardman's fast too.
Yeah, that's true.
Kyle
Hey, he caught the game winning
Williams.
pass in the Super Bowl two
So
years
Kyle
ago.
Williams
So
is our guy. Liam, you won. It's
I
two to
know.
one.
I
You
know.
got
Feels
Kyle.
good. Feels
I
good.
never would have guessed coming into this second round that Kyle fucking Williams was going to be the guy. What is he? 5'11"? What do you run? A 4.3? Is that what it was, or something? 4.4 or some shit like that. I think he was quick. I do remember seeing plays. I think
He ran 4.43.
4.43. Okay, yeah. So I mean,
Pretty good.
he's the
Pretty
fastest out
good.
of all of them. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, him and Diggs on the field at the same time. I don't hate it. I think this is going to be a pretty big theme or a pretty common theme,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming for you guys too. I'm not going to hate any of the picks that we have for the most part
No.
Call me crazy.
because I
I just
think they
don't
all
think
can
I
help.
don't think we have a speedster. Like
Nope.
Booty, he's kind of our deep threat, but he's not lightning.
Slow.
Love Pop Douglas thought he was faster than he was.
He's
He's not
quick.
that. Yeah,
That's
he's
his thing.
quick.
Yeah.
He's the Edelman thing. He's quick to get open, not
Kind of
quick to burn you
shifty,
for a
so to
touchdown.
speak.
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%. You can't use those white guy euphemisms that you used for Edelman, but you
Nope.
can get pretty close. But yeah, no, we just don't have like a speed guy, like a lightning guy. And
I
I
like it.
always
He's
like those
good
type of
too, though.
players.
That's the
Yeah, he
thing.
is.
Like he isn't short. I know I said 5'11. I just when I see six after a receiver's name, I get a fucking hard on because I
Yeah.
just
Oh,
want a
of
big
course.
guy. But yeah, 5'11's fine, especially if you're a speedster. Just outrun him. I mean, Tyreek Hill was doing it for a while. He's what? I think he's got to be shorter than 5'11, right? Got to
Hopefully,
be.
Kyle Williams has less kids.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, Kyle Williams does not have any of the problems. But Kyle Williams, though, surprise, the first surprise I think of the
Dun,
Tuck Rule
dun,
Takes
dun.
draft. Second round pick, Kyle Williams. Wow. That's good though. So I think the Patriots right here. Would you guys moving forward? And I'm gonna just kind of recap them as we go here. Are you guys happy with the first two picks so far? If the Patriots got Will Campbell and Kyle Williams, would you guys be, would you guys wake up the following morning and be like, you know what, I'm comfortable. They got a left tackle. They got a talented receiver. Who knows if he'll pan out? You never know with any of these guys. I'd be happy. I'd be happy with it.
I'd be wait and see. I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
like the names are there, but you got to see what they do in training camp.
Mhm.
You got to see what they actually look like on the field. So,
I
Yeah.
I'd feel pretty good about it. Like, uh, we took the Will Campbell pick. Let's call a spade a spade. We took it because we settled for it. Like, that's not. We're not like fuck yeah, we're getting Will Campbell. It's a boring pick. It's an offensive tackle. Like
Yep.
that does not get me fired up. If we took Tet McMillan, I know it would be worse for the team, but I would rather have him because it would be more
Hmm.
exciting. Then I'd be super fired up for this draft. But I'm trying to be practical here, and I think
Yeah.
Kyle Williams, at very least, he's intriguing. So I'm like, okay,
I think Will Campbell is he's your mashed potatoes. Everyone likes mashed potatoes, but like you're never too hyped up about him. I think Kyle Williams is more like, you get like a side that you don't get all the time. It's like, oh, let's
yes.
get some, I don't know, whatever side that fucking gets you going, whatever it happens to be. Like, let's get that. So yeah, I like it though. I like the draft so far. All right. Third round pick. The Patriots have two third round picks. Thank you, Matthew Judon, which by the way, great trade.
Yeah,
Great.
that was the one good move Elliot Wolf did. That was a
That was the
really
one.
good trade.
That was the one good move. Yeah. All right. Round three, pick number 69. Al,
Nice.
the floor is yours, sir.
So this pick, I'm going to argue a little bit more than Jaden Higgins because what is the one big area that the Patriots need? They need tackles, 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 tackles. They have their right tackle for the next couple of years, but what about after? So in the third round, I am going to take from Norwell, Massachusetts, Boston College's own Ozzie Trapillo. Now you take a look here, right? Third round, all first team all ACC, started all 12 games at right tackle. And by the way, this dude is 6'8", 315 pounds. That is a solid size. He's long, he's athletic. That can be your future right tackle after Morgan Moses is gone.
I mean, yeah, BC guy. His name might have popped up here and there in my research. He's a guy who's been mocked to the Patriots a lot, probably because of the BC connection. But that is,
Yeah.
I just actually, you know what? We'll talk about the picks after, like we have been doing. But okay, so right tackle, Ozzy. All right, I don't hate it.
They have the exact same pick for the fourth round.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
So
If that
I
if that's what we're
expected him
doing,
to go later.
if that's what we're doing, the next third round pick, I have him.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Ozzy's
So,
getting on this fucking team,
yes, so now
one
we
way
have
or
a decision
another.
to make
Shit.
where we're going to take this fucking guy.
Okay, well, you
Because
know what?
this
How
is
about we'll
wild.
we'll 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 fill out our picks here because he's either going here next pick or your
Or
pick,
the
Liam.
fourth
So okay,
round.
so who
Okay.
do you got right now, Liam? Third round,
So
69th pick.
I'm going to level with you. I took a fuck ton of offensive linemen, and I have another offensive tackle
Probably
in
good.
this spot who, after the combine, people think this guy's a fucking star. Ariante Ursary. I had to double check that first name,
Mm-hmm.
but just a fucking meat house of a human being. Brick shit house of a man. Makes you think he'd be a little slow on stretch plays and whatnot. And I would say that's probably the only weakness I can think for this guy. I was looking at some of his tape. I said strong, quick off the line, all those generic offensive lineman takes, makes well-timed movements. I like the guy just for his size, everything he can do. Baller. And Minnesota's whole scheme for the last 15 years has been run predicated, going back to the days of the great Lawrence Maroney. So it just seems like a no-brainer here that we take an offensive lineman from a run-heavy system.
Dude, I like it. I was thinking of him too. When we start to talk about him, my only issue is I don't even know if he'll be here at the third
Yeah.
round. I think he might go sooner, but we'll see. My third round pick, guys, I did not go tackle. I did not even go offense. I went safety, Andrew Makuba from Texas. Now,
Ooh.
look at the Patriots safeties right now. You got Peppers. He's only here for a couple more years. He plays hard. You never know, but he's probably someone that's going to be here. Marte Mapu, I mean, linebacker, safety, whatever. Kyle Duggar is the guy here. We all saw him play last year. Still great guy. We love him, but that injury nagged him the whole year. We don't know if he can be a trade candidate maybe next off season, something like that. I think Andrew Makuba, he's been labeled a ball hawk. He's an instinctive high safety. He played one of his big things. He plays the throw, not the receiver. I loved that. He's willing to kind of, bulk up, get in there for the run. He's a little small as a lot of people, just like muscle wise, as a lot of people are coming out of the draft. So that's why I think
186.
this pick makes even more sense because you still have he can learn from Duggar and Peppers, and then next year, boom, he's your starting safety. You get rid of Duggar in the offseason. This guy, I see him potentially being a captain. I see him being Devin McCourty like. Like, I think he is going to be your high safety that patrols the Patriots defensive backfield for the next 6, 7 years. He comes from a legitimate school, not Lenore Ryan. Not that that's not legitimate, but you know what I'm saying. Comes from Texas. Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's my guy. That's my guy. Not
Yeah.
not a tackle.
So
I want a safety so bad. I couldn't get one till later in the draft.
Yep, I know, but I
I
got one for you.
I appreciate
So
it. I like it.
here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm thinking. I like it. I like the thinking.
Yeah, you do.
In the fourth round, I have a safety that I think you guys are really gonna like. That you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? We can take the tackle now. We can get this safety in the fourth round, who played at another high level school and had a really tremendous year. So that's why I know we're jumping ahead a little bit, but I
Yeah, we
think we
have to
go.
with this Aussie man.
I
We
think
have
I
How
to.
think
high
we.
level of a school?
What's up?
How high level of a school?
You just wait and see because you'll be like, oh,
It's
that
not
makes sense.
Texas. It's not
Just trust me.
Texas.
Just
It's
trust
not
me.
Texas.
Okay,
It's gonna be
I
like
trust.
Army or some shit.
I
Navy.
actually, hey, they're tough.
No, no, no.
So
They got
I
their
think
guys.
we take Trapillo now because I don't think he'll be around the fourth round. And I think in the third round you can take a number of things. You can take the safety there if you really wanted to, but again, I say fourth round that there's a safety there that is I think is going to be there. You can take another receiver. You could take an edge rusher. You could take a lot of things with that second, third round pick.
I'm gonna level with you. I'm biased. I could throw a football to Norwell. Doesn't exactly speak to how close it is. Speaks to mostly arm strength, but it is pretty close by. And I'm biased. I love this dude. I'm in on that pick.
Fuck, I get outvoted again. Which, by the way, again, I don't hate because
Truly,
I
through
want
no
Ozzy
fault, through no
Trapillo on
fault
the
of your
team.
own. He's a neighbor. I'm fucking
I'm
basically
telling you
related
guys
to the
though,
guy.
I I do think now I'm down with it because we all have him on our board, but I think missing on Makuba is going to be a big thing, man. I think Kyle Duggar's going
Probably.
to suck
He does
again.
seem super aggressive.
Yeah, I
He
think he's
does.
so. So we'll see. We'll see what Al says. I mean, I do think I'm happy that someone else has a safety on the list because I do think that is a sneaky little low key need for the Pats. But all
Yeah.
right, so with the third round pick, pick number 69, the Patriots are taking BC legend. Which, by the way, did you see
Do we
his
really think he's going
father?
to go in the third round? Is he that
Yeah,
hyped up?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Okay.
pretty he's up there.
Actually, you know what? And Liam, I do want to give you credit too. Ursary, I would love him. I just don't think he's going
He's
to
a
be here.
monster.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to be around. I think he's going
Just
to go
because
in
of
the
the
second.
fucking the combine. Like he was like a fourth, fifth round pick, and then the combine rolls around. Now all of a sudden he's shooting up draft boards. So
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean I mean Kyle Williams, that happens with
Yeah.
everybody. But yeah, Ozzy, by the way, his dad was an All-American lineman. He was a fourth round pick by the Saints too. So
Yep, saw that.
kind of his dad, he's got football in his veins. His dad was a guard, I think. Swing tackle. So then he started for him. So whatever. All right, Ozzy Trapillo, that's it. God damn. Andrew Makuba, so long
Better
partner. All
luck
right,
next time.
Al, listen. The next pick, pick number 77. This safety better be fucking lights out, or I'm gonna be pissed. Who you got?
Well, you didn't listen, Mike, because I said I got a safety in the fourth round. I did
Yeah, well,
say
I
that.
don't listen. Because
I know you
I'm
don't.
too thrown off with Makuba. I'm too thrown off with him.
So I went defense this pick. Another
Mhm.
low key need the Patriots need edge rusher. So I went with an edge rusher that was a part of one of the best defenses in the country. So with the third round, 77th pick, I went Josiah Stewart, edge rusher from the University of Michigan, 18 sacks, 20 hits, 68 hurries in his 3 seasons as a part of the Michigan Wolverine defense. That defense, the year after the national championship, Michigan was nowhere near as good because they didn't have the quarterback play, but their defense was top five in the country, and this guy was a big reason why. I think you can get him late in the third round. It would be maybe a little bit of a reach, but still a pick that you say, okay, we have a young edge rusher that can go along with the other edge rushers like Harold Landry and the other veterans on this Patriots team. I think he'd fit in quite nicely. So Josiah Stewart, third round pick, pick number 77. Thank you, Matt Giron, for that pick.
Don't hate it, Liam.
Wasn't this guy super hyped up? Is he projected to go third round pick? Because I've heard a ton about this guy.
He's projected. He's down there. He's down
Is
there.
he? So what are his flaws that make him go third round? Because Michigan's whole defense was unbelievable, and I
I think
want
it's
to
just
know what
other
his
people
fucking
jumped
deal
up
is.
ahead of him. I think you know how like other people
Yes.
just rise and some people just stay where they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit. That's an undoubtedly really good pick, and I just didn't even go for it because I
It
assumed
just
Yeah.
he
fucks with the
The
rest of my
weaknesses,
either.
according to
Al's
NFL,
draft fucks with my mock draft. His entire thing just
Yeah,
fucking
sorry.
tell me
because
about it. Because I have an edge
it's
rusher
one
later
pick.
too.
I got one too, and it's whatever.
The weaknesses for excuse me, the weaknesses for Josiah Stewart, according to NFL.com, below average size for 3-4 rush linebacker, ducks head into edge contact and loses sight of the runner. Pass rush lacks finesse and elusiveness. Linear pursuit causes him to overrun scramblers. Not much setup and not much counters in his rush package. Can be engulfed and widened at the point by force.
Ugh,
Hmm.
hate it. Hate it.
I can
No,
tell
no,
you the
I like it.
strengths if
It's
you
a good.
really want.
No, I don't. He's a good pick. That's the thing.
Yeah,
He's a
he
good
is a really
pick.
good pick.
All right,
Yeah,
Liam, who do
those
you
do
got for
sound like
this?
reasonably legitimate concerns, but you guys know how I roll. Amateur historian of the game, if you will. We have Josh McDaniels back, and once a key feature and arguably the most important player for one of our many Super Bowl runs was a running back by the name of Sonny Michel. And we all hold him near and dear to our hearts. And I think with Josh McDaniels riding his horse back into town, leaving the Spurs on, I think he goes for Trevor Etienne.
Ooh.
They
Ooh,
had him
ooh, ooh,
in for
ooh.
a
Yep,
visit
he visited. Yep.
recently. Yep. And his brother was sick, not last year, but the 2 years before then. Travis Etienne was really good. I always fucking hated him because he went to Clemson. He played with that long-haired pussy that was Trevor Lawrence. But undoubtedly, Trevor Etienne's tape is pretty fucking awesome if you watch it. George is obviously a mainstay. I went back and long before this week went back and watched basically all the Georgia tape because my University of Miami Hurricanes got Carson Beck. So I was like, let's go back and look at this. And most of the time I wasn't looking at the run game. In fact, I almost wasn't at all. But just seeing him in the pass game alone was actually really fucking good. And I was like, ah, shit, he catches a lot of passes. So I ended up watching his tape. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Like
He is.
I wanted to go, what is it, Travion Henderson out of Ohio
Yeah.
State. I liked him. I
Hmm.
liked Neal from Kansas in
Yep.
the
Yep.
later
Devin Neal.
rounds.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
took a look at
Devin
him
Neal.
too.
So I
Yep.
was like, but no, this one makes sense. I'm gonna go with history. I'm trusting Joshy McDanks here. I'm settled with Trevor Etienne.
I mean, my pick doesn't matter. I have Ozzy Trapillo. So,
Yeah.
but the Patriots actually just drafted him. So,
Okay, wow.
um, all right.
You were right,
So you
kind
know,
of.
so unless one of you guys want to waiver, I think I have the power to pick. Which, by the way, one of your picks still fuck up my draft. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
like,
what? For the sake of it, let's let him pick.
for the sake
Yeah.
of it, unless you guys were so not, so neither one of you guys wanted to stand in your picks. Al, is that what you were gonna say? You think were you gonna waver in your pick?
No, I'm going to stand by my
No,
pick. I'm
exactly. So
going to
let me,
stand by my
yeah,
pick in
yeah.
this
So
one.
I think these are both good guys. Um, should the Patriots get a running back or a pass rusher? I do love him. Michigan, good defense. Running back. I don't know. Running back in the third. You know what? People are gonna hate it. Liam, I'm going with the running back. ETN.
That's fair.
I was
Al,
actually gonna
great,
say
great, great guy.
I was gonna
Great
say
pick.
I'm kind of wavering.
Don't worry. Don't
Sorry.
my next pick, guys,
I
will be
really no,
that'll
I
be the
really
pass
like
rusher we take.
Stewart.
Don't
I
worry.
didn't think he would be here. I thought he's a
If you want to
monster.
switch, you can switch. We'll take Stewart. This is a melting pot of minds here.
We haven't
If
handed
you
in the
want to,
card just yet.
yeah, if you want to switch, yeah, I haven't taken my hand off the
Yeah.
chessboard.
Yeah. We should do Stewart. Yeah.
Even when I pick, I still lose
Yeah.
somehow.
No,
Let's
I know. I know.
go.
I
Let's
know. We
go. Two in
should.
a row.
We should. He's just a
Josiah
good pick.
Stewart. Again, I do not hate it. I do not hate it. I think that's a good pick. I think that'll be God. That this defense is going to be so fucking
Gonna
good,
be so
guys.
good. Might
If
as well make
like
a strength a
assuming,
strength.
yeah. I mean, this fucks up my next pick, but okay. Al. So far we got Will Campbell, Kyle Williams, Ozzy Trapillo, and Josiah Stewart. I'm happy with it so far. This is a good draft. This is a solid as that's a good top four. But speaking of fourth round is upon us. Pick 106. Al, step up to the plate.
Gentlemen, you love defense. And I told you I had a safety for you guys. Liam, you asked me what school he played at. Would you like me to tell you now?
Hmm.
He played for the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. In the fourth round, I have the New England Patriots taking Lathan Ransom, safety, OSU, third team Associated Press All American, first team All Big Ten, tied for the team lead with three forced fumbles, played in 15 games for the national champions. In his career, 76 tackles, nine total sorry, TFLs. I'm having a mind fart here. Tackles for loss, sorry, with one sack, an
Nice.
interception, and two pass breakups. I mean, this
Jeez.
guy played in the Big Ten for a national championship team. I mean, what more do you want? The guy knows winning, and he takes care of an area of need.
I mean, you guys know I wanted a safety earlier, so I like this one. I got no comments until we have to make comments. I like it.
I really like it too. I mean, my pick was Aussie for this round, which
Oh
apparently
yeah,
was.
yours was Ozzy.
No,
Okay.
I'm pickless going into this round.
Okay,
I
cool. So
really, he's got a badass name.
I got mine. So I got Femi Oladejo, UCLA edge rusher. The Patriots did meet with
Oh,
him. He's a dude that's been shooting up the draft board as well. He started as an off-ball linebacker, but now he plays more edge, so he does have the versatility there. Like I said, Patriots did have him in for a top 30 visit. Everybody who talks about him just says he has huge upside. He explodes into blocks. I think one of the quotes were he hits blockers like they did something to his family. I like that a lot. That's violence. The Patriots are talking about violence. That's what they want. He's a very consistent tackler as well. And like I said, he's from UCLA. So it's not, not any smaller school. It's a legitimate school. But yeah, Oluwafemi Oladejo. I do not know if I'm saying some of these names right because I've never heard some of these names. I've just seen them written about. But
yes.
but yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. He's been mocked a few times to the Patriots. I think it's because they did visit with him in one of the visits. So I don't know. So I think the issue with this is that we just took Josiah Stewart.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
you guys
yeah,
know I
it's a
love
tough look.
linebackers. You guys know
Yeah,
I love
super
linebackers,
raw
but
prospect. He does seem like a beast of a
huge
human
upside.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
numbers are okay, not unbelievable. Although he does stuff the stat sheet. Four forced fumbles, pretty nice, but that's over 2 seasons. I remember him from Cal, not from UCLA.
Yeah. Oh, you know
I
what
think
though?
I was gonna say I think Liam might have to make the pick here because Liam, you said you took Trapillo in round four, right?
I did. I did.
I might take it
I
out of your hands, Liam. I don't think the Patriots can draft
yeah, and
two
I
edge
hate to make
rushers,
Al
two
right
pass
three times in
rushers.
a row because I fucking hate Al,
Yep.
and I don't want to do that.
I hate
I
you too, so
also
it's
I
all
also
good.
like my pick more. I like my fourth round pick more than his third round pick, but we can't do it. I don't think we can
Yeah,
do it.
no,
I
we
think we
can't.
gotta
We already handed
take
in the
him.
card. Yeah, fuck, we do.
What's his
And
name? How do you spell
Lathan
his first name?
Ransom,
Lathan. Yep.
Lathan,
Ransom. Damn.
Ransom, which is a
Great
cool
name though.
Not
last
one,
name.
Great name.
not two, three in a row.
Don't
Three in a
worry,
row.
man. Yeah,
Let's go.
on a
I'll
technicality.
take the wins anytime I can take him.
That's a good one though. That's a good. Okay, see, so I think I might get this one though. I think I'm getting this fifth round pick.
Yeah, I'm
So
not.
okay,
I'm gonna come right out and say, now that I'm looking at it, don't love this next pick that I had, but you know what?
all right.
I'm gonna
In
roll with
fact,
it.
I don't love my fifth round pick either. Mike, why don't you start? Because you're the only man with conviction for your fifth
Let's
round
fucking
pick.
go. Fifth round, pick 144. The Patriots are gonna take. They're going to take from Drake May's alma mater, UNC. They're going to take Elijah Huzzy. Huzzy, don't even fucking know how to say his name. I'm going to say Huzzy. Cornerback. He's 5'10. He had a pick, 8 pass breakups, 40 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. He's got great, good stop start quickness. He's a 6-year senior. So what the hell am I trying to say? He's got the experience. He also plays nickelback, so I think that's going to help a lot. Maybe Marcus Jones wants to play a little bit more offense. I like this kid. I like him a lot. Corner is kind of a need, not maybe not a need. It's a becoming a need. The Patriots have their top two corners set, but other than that, people are kind of floating around. Like I said, Marcus Jones is probably going to play more offense with McDaniels. So I think the Patriots draft one. I think this guy can kind of be a backup here and there, but I think he can start in the next year or two. So that's what I'm going with. Elijah Huzzy from UNC, another Drake guy. Take him from
No.
Belichick.
All right.
I don't know who wants to go next since neither one of you guys seem
Al, you
confident
take
in
it.
your
Yeah,
picks.
I'll go quick. So I went offense this time.
Okay.
I did go running back here in the fifth round. Besides the defense, the running game at Michigan was one of the best in the country. So in the fifth round, 144th pick, I'm going Donovan Edwards. Good size for a running back. He's a decent pass catcher. He fights for yardage. He could almost kind of fit in like that James White type of role, I think. Almost like a combination of like James White and Ramondre Stevenson, where Stevenson will fight for extra yards, and obviously James White with the pass catching ability. I think he could be a decent little piece down the line, but again, I think he'd be more of a project than anything.
All right. I mean, running back, this is kind of the rounds where I thought the Patriots would probably take a running back either. So I don't hate it. I also have a running back coming up as well. So, um, Liam, who's your pick?
I'm
He
gonna
doesn't even want to
level
say
with
it.
you.
He's like,
Yeah, I
listen,
don't
listen,
really
guys, I
have
got
a.
a kicker. I got a kicker.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in my pick. I'm completely gonna level with you here.
That's
It's
fine.
definitely not super appealing. I'm looking up. I want to make sure because I'm apparently wrong with all my draft projections, so I want to make sure he's going in the fourth round, or he's at least projected to go in the fourth round because I've just been eating handfuls of shit this entire time.
The fifth
Okay.
round. We're in the fifth round.
I know, I got it.
Oh
So
God, who is it? Who you
it
got?
says he's projected to go in the sixth round, but we'll take it. We'll take it. That's it's basically
Jeez.
the ballpark. So I have again fancy myself a historian. I wrote this name down. The old regime is gone, but I don't think all the old ways are gone. And if there's one tried and true thing from the Patriots, it's that we draft Rutgers players. So I
Hmm.
did have a cornerback from Rutgers that we took that actually I've heard a lot about. And I saw some Instagram videos about him, which initially sparked my interest, but apparently everyone loves this dude. Robert Longerbeam. Fucking wild name, but
Hmm.
pretty gritty corner. Not a whole lot in the run game that you'd expect, but plays the passing lanes. He's quick. Let me see what they have as his draft strengths.
I saw his name pop up a little bit when I was looking for corners because these were the rounds where, like I said, I kind of wanted to take one too. What drew me to my guy is that he helps in the run support. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only notes I have for this guy is like everyone seems to love him. Like he just seems like a leader, like one of those fucking guys, which
just
says
vibes,
nothing.
man, just
Yeah,
vibes.
big time vibes guy, which is nothing about his play. So looking it up,
It's a
I
fifth round
see
pick.
plays with a competitive tilt. Took the ball away with 5 career interceptions and 5 forced fumbles, which I dig.
Hmm.
Twitchy burst from short zone coverage. Excellent job of balancing high-low routes from zone. Love to see that. Reads, triggers, and runs through receiver with force. And then his flaws were what I had written down before. Flimsy dude, not the greatest tackler, very thin, below average play strength.
Yeah. So it kind of seems like it's between two corners. That's what I would say. Because Al, I'm sorry, I can't pick a running back because I got the
Yeah,
Patriots
we're
taking
not
a
picking
running
a
back with
running
the next
back.
pick.
And
That's fine.
also, I already had us taking a running back, so I wasn't gonna put
Yeah,
another one
see,
in here.
everybody's got
So
him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um, yeah, I mean, if I'm just gonna sell my guy one more time, he's 5'10,
please.
40 tackles, 2 sacks, five and a half
How many
TFLs.
turnovers?
That's my guy. He had one pick last year. Whatever.
One pick.
8 pass
My guy had
breakups.
5. 8
Eh,
pass
good. Yeah,
breakups.
in his
Pretty good.
career. In his career. Listen, picks are fine. Your guy doesn't like to tackle.
Picks are good. Picks are good. He doesn't like to tackle, but he likes to take the ball away, which I would argue is more important. I would argue.
8 pass breakups, two sacks are pretty good too. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my guy. I'm not wavering off him. So I think this might come down to Al.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me make a case here. So my guy in 2021 led team with 10 pass breakups, played in all 13 games with one start. He had 30
In what
tackles,
year?
2 forced fumbles. This was 2021. He was a
Okay.
four-year starter.
So a long time ago.
2022 played 10 games. No, I mean we're moving closer here. Played 10 games, 6 starts, 36 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. Had a sack as a corner.
Oh, that's
Two
cute.
picks, 6 pass breakups just in 2022 alone.
My guy's
That
got
is
you beat in every stat there, but okay, keep going.
I don't think so. How many pass
Eight
breakups?
pass, eight pass
Oh, eight.
breakups,
Okay.
two
Well,
sacks.
2 sacks as a
Your guy had
corner.
one sack. I don't know.
You're
I'm just
right.
saying
I didn't see the
if we're going
sacks moment.
numbers.
And a forced fumble. 2013 honorable mention. All Big Ten conference. Honorable mentions are still cool
Two
too. We
years
give
ago. That's good.
participation awards. led team with 10 pass breakups, started all 13 games,
2 years ago.
43 tackles, another sack, an
Another
interception, two
one.
more forced fumbles. Yep.
There we go. Both of those years added up are what my guy did last year. That's all. And this was what 2 years ago, right?
This was
2023.
22 and 23. So
Okay.
then in 24, again, honorable mention, all Big Ten, led the
Okay.
team
So first
with
loser.
11 pass breakups,
Okay. I
tied
like
for the
that.
team
I
lead.
like pass breakups.
Yeah, tied for, I know you do. Weird. Two picks, pretty all right. Played in 12 games, just one game shy, with 11 starts, 45 tackles, 1.5 tackles for a loss, and was the team captain because he's a vibes guy.
Listen, I like both these guys. How tall is your guy, by the way?
My guy is 5'11",
Fuck, my guy's 5'10". Damn,
175.
damn.
How much does he weigh?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't put that on. I don't care about weight. He moves well. That's all that
What's
matters.
his 40 time?
He's a corner.
What's his hand size?
Big.
All right, all right. I'm coming in and picking. This is getting
All
ridiculous.
right, yeah. Al, pick this so we can
Um,
move on.
oh my gosh. You know what, Mike? I'm going to give you your victory. We're
My
going
I
to
guy
don't
go
want
with
a
run,
pity win.
my guy runs
no.
a
It's not a
four
pity
three
win.
nine.
Okay,
It
It's
is
not
a
a
we're putting
pity
pity
him on.
win.
win.
It is a
The
pity
hand is
win.
off the
Everyone,
chess piece. He's
every
on.
one of Liam's facts and stats you had, you had something for it. So I got to give
Yeah,
you
he had
credit.
shit talking. He
You did
didn't
your
have any.
research on it.
He didn't have
He's
any
already
actual
on. He's
facts.
written down. You can't
All
see
right,
it
we're
because of the
sending the
light, but he's
card
written
in.
down.
Yeah, send the card in.
Good try, Liam. Send it in. Boom. Either way, guys, I think the Patriots got a good draft going on. I'll list it all at the end, and then also we'll go through just our list too. Just repeat it real quick, just so we get it. But I think the Patriots have a good draft so far. The Patriots have another pick, fifth round, pick 171. Um, Whoever wants to go first, we don't have to stick with Al. Now we're in the later rounds. This is day 3. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
Anybody
I'll
want to go
still.
first?
Oh, no. Oh, you want to go, Liam?
Yeah, I'll take mine.
Good.
Yeah, let's go.
So this is where my safety comes in. A man from humble beginnings in Grand Prairie, Texas. Just a
Always a
wee
story.
lad, the runt of the litter. So he ended up going to
The
Cal.
runt. I don't want him. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
used to get bullied in high school for a stutter. No longer has a stutter. He's a comeback story.
I had a stutter, so I like it. Okay, I might just
Okay,
pick him.
well, that was a lie, so don't like it for that reason. His
Now
name
I
is
feel like an idiot.
Craig Woodson, safety from Cal. There's actually a lot to like about this guy. The tape was really good. For my notes, reads quarterback very well. Short area burst, great tackler, able to gather and change direction. His weaknesses and the only downsides that I had is speed is just about average, and he can get blocked fairly easily, which every fucking corner gets blocked easily. So I was kind of nitpicking for those, but his last couple of years pretty good.
All right. I mean, I think the only thing that's going to hurt you here is that we took a safety a couple picks earlier, but
I know.
that's
But
fine.
hey, depth.
That's fine. Al, do you want to go? Do you want me to go?
We do have Jalen
I haven't
Hawkins.
gone last yet, so you know what, Mike? You go. You go this one.
Yeah, damn right. Because you guess what, guys? This is gonna be the Patriots pick. Running back out of Liam, you mentioned it. Rutgers, Kyle, don't know how to say his last name. Mononge,
I've
Mononge,
heard of him. Yeah.
Mononge. These are the stats you guys are gonna love. Back-to-back 1,200-yard rushing seasons, 669 carries. How many fumbles you guys think he has?
Hopefully
Zero.
zero. That's
Zero
fucking
fumbles,
awesome.
and
Good for
to
him.
to round it all off, 2-time captain at Rutgers at running back. The dude can catch as well. He's quick as shit. I think he runs
So
like a
now team
4.
captain matters, but it didn't matter when I was picking a corner.
Well, no, it didn't because your guy had small hands. He had a stutter, I heard too.
He
Maybe
actually
one
had
of his
bigger
friends
hands
did.
and ran a 4.39, which
Something
is
like
better
that. But
than
I
your
do
guy.
think that the Patriots do they do need to draft a running back at some point. I think we can all agree on that. Or they at least need to get another guy in here. I think this is the guy. I think he can eventually be a starter or a change of pace back as well. Like I said, though, the back-to-back 1,200-yard rushing seasons, no fumbles. I love it. That's my pick. But Al, we'll see what you have, and then we'll go from there.
So I decided to go with another receiver because I mean, with the Patriots, you have to take big swings and you have to hope that you connect on a couple of them.
Okay.
He went to the University of Colorado. Obviously, it's not Travis Hunter, but there was
Just gonna
another
say
receiver that was really, really good.
You fell for this.
And his name is Jimmy Horn Jr.
You're so cute, Al.
Here's the thing about Jimmy Horn Jr. that I really liked. His junior year, 58 receptions, 567 yards, 6 touchdowns, playing in the same offense as Travis Hunter.
Mhm.
Right.
Pretty good
Junior had
stats.
a good junior year. That's
May
great.
I continue?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Senior year, took a little bit of a dip because he was hurt for a couple of the games. But in the games he played, I think he played about 6 or 7 games, 37 receptions, 441 yards, and a touchdown. But then I took a look at the scouting report and some of the strengths that were mentioned. And these are some things that I think the Patriots could use. Jimmy Horn Jr., strengths. Possesses speed to take the top off defenses. Okay, a guy that can go deep and get it. I like that. Small but fearless with good catch focus in traffic. A lot of times in the past couple of years, we've seen Patriots receivers have trouble making catches with corners and linebackers and everything right on them. AKA, perfect example, Boo Boo Smith Schuster against Washington a couple of years ago, not making a
I was at
catch
your
for
house.
then quarterback Mac Jones and losing the game. Can be used on gadget runs and kick returns, speed to turn crossing routes into big game plays. Again, you need playmakers on that side of the ball. Not saying Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to would come in and be a day one starter, but I think in a year or two, maybe even, at the most 3 years, I think he could contribute to this offense. I really do.
Okay. I
See,
mean,
I almost fell for this trap too, because I heard about him. The buzz was big, so I looked into him. And my takeaway is I am not going to fall for the second receiver
I was
that's
just gonna say,
behind another star receiver.
yep.
I think that's horseshit, and I'm tired of this, and I
Who did that
don't want
happen with? Jalen Pope.
that. Yes,
Yep.
100%. The Romo Dunze thing. I'm not
Yep.
falling for that again.
Yeah, but don't forget, Jimmy Horn Jr. is not going around saying he has the best hands in the NFL, and he's
That's
been
You're
one
true.
of the
right.
best in
You're
the
He
definitely
is a
NFL.
right.
fifth round
He
pick
doesn't
too,
seem like
so
an
yeah.
arrogant cunt, that's for sure. But
And
I
Demario Douglas, sixth round
yeah,
pick. We all like Demario Douglas.
it was a
Yeah.
game
Okay.
against Colorado State. He just got annihilated, and I watched every bit of that game, at least for him. And he just couldn't get off the line. They showed you how to beat him. You just big body him.
So one bad game and you're out.
No, not just that. He had a ton of terrible drops in 23. A lot of his tape was just okay, and a lot of it is a product of college spacing, which is why teams that run like the Mike Leach air raid, all those wide receivers who were super sick in college aren't usually that good, with Wes Welker and Damini Amendola being the only exceptions out of literally 1,000 receivers that went through that system. Most of them weren't good. River Craycraft would be one of those people who was at Washington State, had a ton of open space, was super sick in college, and now he's like a third string dude,
Mhm.
tight end for like the fucking Dolphins and never plays. There's a ton of guys just like him that thrive in crazy college schemes that get into the NFL and can't do shit. And this guy eats, sleeps, breathes, and shits. I can't do anything.
Even though he's the
So
kid of Joe Horn.
so I think
And don't get me
Liam.
wrong, I love Joe Horn.
I know you
I
do.
was a huge Joe Horn guy.
I
You
know
know,
you
pulling the
were.
cell phone out, guy
You
was
were a
box
Horner.
office. But this guy is not his dad. Michael Jordan's son just got a DUI and is not that good at basketball. It happens.
Yeah, neither is LeBron's son.
Yeah, also
I,
that.
I mean, listen, guys, I don't wanna toot my own horn, but Liam, you picked a safety, solid pick. The
Yeah.
Patriots did just pick one recently. Al, your guy, nice. I don't want to get a second fiddle guy. I think we have to go with my running back, my captain, my zero fumble man out of Rutgers. Back to back 1,200 yard seasons. He's a solid guy. He can catch a little bit as well.
But you're gonna win on a
I
technicality.
I think you got to get him. Man, at this point, we're in the fifth round. I'll win. I'll win however I can. And also, I
Liam,
think
you
this is a win
Liam,
for
you
the
okay with
Patriots.
this? I'm okay
Yeah.
with it if you are. Yeah. All right. You can have it, Mike. There you go.
And,
Process of elimination.
and I do also need you guys to know the Patriots need to get a running back. This is a solid guy to get. He's a captain. 1,200 yard seasons. No fumbles. Do I have to say no fumbles again? How many times did fucking Ramondre fumble last year? 7. I
Yeah,
remember.
led the league in fumbles. So I get
Yeah.
it.
What do you guys think is going to happen with him? By the way, do you guys think that he's going to like? Do you think he's going to have just a real, just quick aside? Do you think he's going to have a good year, bounce back year? Or do you think these fumbles are going to
I think he's going to have a good year because
good
Vrabel's
year?
going
Okay.
to emphasize ball
Yeah.
security. And if you can't keep the football in your hands, you're not going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
I
have
agree.
and they still have Antonio Gibson, who had a
Mhm.
really good year last year,
Yep.
despite a dysfunctional season and a dysfunctional offense. So,
No, I agree. Everybody made too much of a deal about his fumbles. Stevenson, he had 7 last year. That was his total for his entire career. So I
Oh,
think,
okay, cool.
like, yeah, like, no, he has
Yeah,
7 in one year. He's had
I
7
know.
his,
I know.
like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
actually like that is way better. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
just a really fucking bad
yeah,
year,
just a
which
bad
is
year for
weird
him.
because after that Bengals game, I was ready to say Ramondre was going for the rushing title.
Yeah, I think after there were a lot of bad takes after the Bengals game.
There were. Yeah, there were.
All right. So the Patriots do not have a 6th round pick. So just I want to get this out there for my thoughts. Even though we didn't do trades, I do think somehow the Patriots are going to get a 6th round pick. They'll do it. They'll have some sort of trade somewhere, whether it's a player, whether it's a pick swap. Maybe it's a part of the 1st round trade, something like that. But in this mock draft, the Patriots do not have a 6th round pick, so they'll be sitting out this round. Um, but going into the 7th round, oh, well, do you guys think the Patriots are going to get a 6th round pick, or do you think they stay without one?
No, I think they stay with that one.
You
yeah,
think so?
I
I think
don't
they'll
I
stay
don't
with that
think
one.
they're in there scheming on how to get a 6th round pick.
Yeah, I the more
If
I think
it
about
if
it,
it
I
falls
am
naturally, possibly, but like I don't.
I am thinking more like that's like the Belichick way, where he wants a pick every round. So
Yeah,
maybe they don't.
100%. He wants his value.
I just think maybe it falls in their lap with some sort of trade, but who
It
knows?
could.
So we're on to the 7th round, last round. 7th round, pick 220. I'll go first. Jake Majors, center out of Texas, started all 16 games. Got a high football IQ, got good athleticism, especially once he gets to the second level. I could just see him being the future center in a couple years. It's a 7th round pick. I'm not going to put up too much of a fight for him. I just think that take a flyer on a center. He's from Texas. He's healthy. He has potential. That's it. And he's got a cool name, Jake Majors. I like it. Sounds like a porn star. So,
It does sound
Okay.
like a porn star.
7th round, pick 220. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go because I'm
Got
gonna
it.
fight for this because if I don't get Liam's approval on this one, I may just cry. I may.
I don't know. I got a pretty good one.
I think you'll like this one a little bit better.
Let's say it.
So
Joe Milton's coming back.
Liam, I teased it in the group chat. There was somebody that I was gonna take in the later rounds that I think you will appreciate, respect, and love. He is from the University of Miami. He's gonna help us in the special teams game. And his name is Andreas Borregales, kicker
No
from
way.
Miami. 20 and hold on before you go crazy. 2024 stats for you. 62 for 62 on extra points. 18 for 19 on field goals. 7 for 7 field goals inside 30 yards. 4 for 4 30 to 39 yards. 5 out of 6 40 to 49 yards. 2 for 2 50 plus yards. His long was 56. And if that didn't get you, career field goal percentage at Miami, 86%, 77% from 40 plus yards. Guys, we need a kicker on this team. I'm tired of dealing with missed field goals. We put up with the Chad Rylands of the world, who now supposedly is really good. And
Yeah.
we dealt with Joey Sly last year. You need a kicker. You need to be able to rely on someone to win the game for you in a one possession game, 5 seconds left, needs to boot a field goal. I think Borregales can be that guy, especially playing in a conference, the ACC for the U, Miami.
Liam, what are you gonna say?
Pick. I'm
Well,
going with Borregales. I'm in.
so I'm just
I'm
telling you,
in.
he was my next round pick. I mean, he was my next pick. He was the
Yeah.
Patriots' last pick for me. Al, you didn't just get Liam. I get horny over special teams,
I
so
know you
I'm down
did,
with it.
but
So
I knew I was going to get Liam with the U. I knew I
I
was going
am
to get him.
I am
I
willing,
love him.
unless you guys want to take him with the final pick. I'm willing to bypass Jake Majors, my sweet prince, and we can take the kicker out of Miami if you want right now.
I
I'm
think we take
down.
the kicker out of Miami now. I think we do it.
Yeah, Liam, you down with
Yeah,
that?
we
We're
have
taking him.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, my notes, all I have is Miami need a kicker. Everyone will like it. Cool.
His brother was the man too, Jose.
I like it. All right. Yeah. No. So that's it. So I don't have a next one because he was my final pick. So duke it out between you two. Who do we got for the final pick for the Patriots? Pick 238.
I do have one.
I also have one.
Hit me.
From the University of Texas, Offensive guard, Hayden Connor. 6'6", 315, a good combo blocker. He has a wide frame. He's smart. He tracks linebackers well. And here's the thing, if Will Campbell pans out at left tackle, which we're all hoping he does, Cole Strange obviously hasn't had the start to his career that we all wanted. There's even rumors that he might move to center. You have Mike Nwenu on that left side. You can plug Hayden Connor in on that, or sorry, you have Mike Nwenu on that right side, and then you can plug in Connor on the left side. I like having big offensive linemen to push around defensive linemen and smaller guys on defense. Played at Texas, played with Kelvin Banks. I think that this could be a steal in the seventh round.
Okay.
I do like the idea
Al's
of
throwing out
alignment
steals.
late.
Damn.
Yeah, I do like the idea of alignment late.
Mhm.
It's going to be very hard to argue for my pick, besides the fact that there's prestige in my pick. And
Jesus.
that is not a measurable trait. But there is something to be said when I'm coming to the table with a player, as much as I fucking hate them, from the University of Alabama. We got a guy, defensive tackle, Tim Smith. Super generic
It's a
name. I
fake name.
know, I get it, but he was brought in by Nick Saban, pretty productive his entire way through. Um, Gets off the snap and into contact with heavy hands, accurate hands, key ability to post and set a firm edge, runs through the gap door, uses a walloping club move to soften the rush edge.
Walloping.
His, yeah, and I like it. His weaknesses, plays his part but lacks dominant tape. I disagree because I watched a bunch of Alabama games because I actually kind of like Jalen Milroe, even though I fucking hate everything Alabama stands for. Um, Needs to play with better feel for down blocks. Small critique. Average shed quickness. Yeah, that's probably fairly legit, but below average foot quickness to attack edge rushes. I just think if you could take a swing on a guy that Nick Saban brought in, it's always worth it.
I mean, unless you guys want to waiver off one of your picks, I think I'm just gonna put the flag on one of these guys.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Um, listen, Liam, you said it. I just love the idea of taking a flyer on a lineman late in the round, late in
Yeah,
the
I
draft.
know.
That's
It's
it.
hard to
That's it.
argue.
Maybe if your guy wasn't named fucking Tim Smith,
He sounds like
Yeah.
John Dowd from like
like
MVP
John
baseball and stuff.
fucking
Like,
any other name. If his name was like Tommy Smith, maybe, but Tim Smith can't do it, man. I
yeah,
can't do
it's
it.
tough
He
look.
might
I
be good.
know.
He still might be good. Al, what's your guy's name again?
Hayden Connor.
Hayden Connor. Just how it sounds.
Yep, HaydenConnor.
Cool. What do you want him at? Guard, left guard,
We'll say left guard. You
left
can either
guard.
one, left guard,
Cool.
offensive guard, whatever you want.
All right. So, does anyone? I have actually just like a fair. I got like 6 honorable mentions. I just want to throw out. Do you guys have any honorable mentions you want to throw out as well before we kind of go over the draft again, give our own, and then we're done?
I
Because I got
expunged all my picks.
Yeah, I'm
see,
good. If you want to name them, go
guys.
for it.
I got some. So second round, there's an edge rusher from Texas A&M, Nick Skirton. The Patriots have met with him. He's one that people have said that he could end up going to the Pats in the second round. Sonus Sanker, a safety out of Virginia, probably like a fourth or fifth round pick. The Patriots met with him twice. They really like this guy. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take him. Just I couldn't take anybody off my board to put him on there. Another edge rusher, Kyle Kennard. He's actually in a lot of mock drafts. He's from South Carolina. He's been mocked to the Patriots, second or third round pick. Al, you might have seen this one a lot. Wyatt Millum, a tackle out of
I
West
love Wyatt
Virginia.
Millum.
Yeah, he's a guy. I almost had him on here, but I put fucking Ozzy Trapillo on here instead. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes here. The only receiver I have on here that I think maybe the Patriots could take is Jalen Noel, the other guy out of Iowa State. He'd be obviously a second or third round pick. I had Jaden Higgins as well. I got a couple running backs. RJ Harvey out of UCF. That's a guy, pass catcher guy,
Yeah,
could be a
he's a
starter.
monster.
Jaden Blue as well out of Texas. He runs like a 4.3 40, quick guy. I actually had him on here until I kind of messed around and took a running back later, put the UCLA guy up there. And then the last one I had was Jacob Parrish. The Patriots met with him for one of the top 30 visits, corner out of Kansas State. So a couple other guys on there. I could
I
see the
really
Patriots
like
taking
Wyatt
any of
Millam.
them.
I think
Yeah,
Wyatt Millam's
yeah,
nice.
I could see him getting in there, maybe over our BC boy,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But I am so our draft, the Patriots mock draft. What we have, first round, Will Campbell. Second round, Kyle Williams. Third round, Ozzie Trapillo. Second, third round pick, Josiah Stewart. God, I love those four
He's
picks,
a
guys.
monster. Yeah,
As
that's
I
really
read
good.
those picks, that's a good one.
I'm
Fourth round
wet.
pick, Lathan Ransom. Great name, safety. Love it. Fifth round pick, Elijah Huzzy, corner. I like that pick. Obviously, that's my guy. Second, fifth round pick, Kyle Monange, running back out of Rutgers. Seventh round pick, Andrew Borregales, kicker. We are all in on him.
Andres.
What I
Yeah,
say, Andrew?
get it right.
Yeah.
I got it. Andre's
Jesus.
here. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Andrew. Um, damn, I couldn't think of a famous Andrew. Never mind. David Andrews. And with the final pick of the Patriots draft, pick 238, Hayden Connor. Take a flyer on a lineman. Why not? Um, what do we think of this draft, guys? I like it. Like I said, I think 8 times now. I love the top 4 picks.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm going to say is this: out of the 9 picks, you guys chose 6 of mine, so I think I should be in the
By
draft
default.
room. I think
By
I should be in the
default.
draft room on Thursday night with Vrabel
Yeah.
and Wolf and just
You
Yeah,
give
know
them
how
by
nice
that
things.
would
Hey,
default.
go?
thank
You
me
would sound
tomorrow.
you would sound
Two
like
of your
Joe
picks are
Shane
seventh
being
rounders.
yeah.
Get out of
You,
here.
Hey,
you'd
listen,
you'd sound like
listen.
Joe Shane. Hey, do you want to trade up? No?
What round was
Okay.
Tom
Have a
Brady
good
picked
day.
in? Sixth round, right?
Buddy,
Here
Hayden
we
Connor
go.
isn't going to be the Tom Brady of guards.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, if he can be a capable starter, you guys voted on it. So you heard it here
Um,
first, Tuck Rule Takes fans. They liked 6 of my 9 picks. That's 67% of this draft. Thank you very much.
Well,
you know what I
about the
like
only
about
six
this?
of nine you're getting.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
Sly guy. But we're
guys,
going to replace Joey Sly with my guy. Let's
69 is
go.
very overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not act like that's a great thing. I think what I like about this from all three of us, we all kind of had the same way of thinking.
Yeah.
I think we all had a pretty a pretty solid plan. We all had kind of the same plan in a way
I
too.
think there was
So
only one round where we had three different positions. Everything else was like two people had the same position. There was one off, or
Yeah.
we were all in
yeah,
agreement.
yeah. I mean, we all had the
Offensively.
yeah. We all Jesus, this fucking mic. Yeah, we all had tackles, receivers. We all took a receiver in the second round, which I thought was cool. I like that one. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, this will be up probably tomorrow. If anybody wants to check out, go to the Tuck Rule Takes on all social media, or just listen on YouTube and you'll see it. You'll see the Patriots Tuck Rule Take mock draft. I think there's a chance we hit on a couple. I really
Yeah,
do, and I'm
I
not
think
even
we at
talking
least
about Will
get one.
Campbell.
We got to at least get one.
I would love to see Ozzie Trapillo be the hit.
That'd be
That'd be
cool.
I would too.
because we all had him in like
Yeah.
just back to back to back picks. We all
Oh,
had him
well,
at some point.
represent South Shore is the far
Yeah, no,
better.
I would like that. I would like that, and I do think they got to take the kicker, Borregales
Yeah.
or whatever. They got to take him. I think
Yeah.
that'd be a good one too. So, damn.
John Parker Romo ain't gonna cut it.
No,
Nope.
no, not at all. Just get a rookie in here. It doesn't matter. Drake May is going to be scoring so many touchdowns. It's not going to matter. We're going to win games by like 14 points.
Yeah.
So it's crazy the draft, by the way, Thursday. Cannot wait for it.
I'm so
Any
excited.
any final draft thoughts? Anything you guys need to talk about or get off your chest about the draft, or I guess anything, but since it is the draft episode, before we get out of here. Any
I-
plans? You guys think any trades? Anything crazy?
I'm gonna be like the starfish in Finding Nemo on Thursday, being like, "Today's the day. Today's
Yep.
the day."
Immediately. I
I
can't wait.
still think there's a chance the Giants screw it up at 3. I think there's a
Yeah.
chance they
I
take
think,
Shador
yeah,
Sanders.
they're the
I really
stupidest
do.
fucking franchise
So
besides the Browns.
if that happens, do you think that's going to be so? Let's just say the Giants mess up and take or not mess up. Let's just say that they take fucking as many quarterbacks as they can possibly take, and they take Sanders. Who do you think is going to be there at 4 for the Patriots? Is it
I
going to
think
be
Abdul
Travis
Carter's
Hunter? Or is
going
it
to
going to
be
be
there.
Carter?
I think Carter's going to be there.
You think so? Because you
Yes,
think the Browns are going to take Travis Hunter then?
I do.
If Carter's there, he's a no-brainer take, but like I really don't think.
If
Either
Carter's
one.
there, I
Either
think you
one.
can get a good trade package for him, though. This is where the Eagles trade comes into play, I think.
A lot of teams are going for best available though. Like people are saying the
Yeah.
Patriots are going for best available, and if that's the case, they might pick fucking Ashton Jeanty.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, yeah. So, question: Is there anybody that and he's my answer here? Is there anybody the Patriots could take with the fourth pick? Say they sticked and picked that you'd be not upset about, but just like why? Ashton Genty would be my guy. I don't like.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand, but no, no.
I see a lot of people like trying to be different and saying they'd take the there's another offensive tackle. I think there's two A's in his name. Like Armin something or something like that.
Yeah. Armand,
Membo or whatever.
Membu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone's saying like, oh, the Patriots gonna take him at four.
he's a
No,
right
no.
tackle. Put him to left
Yeah,
tackle. No.
100%. I'm like, you guys are reaching to be different. Like, I
Mhm.
understand. But if the Patriots fell for that bullshit, I'd be pretty pissed. Like at that point,
Yeah.
just take fucking Will Campbell. Like if this is all because he has short arms, then I'm never watching football again.
Al, anybody the Patriots could take at four where you'd be let down, I guess is the right words for it.
Uh, Will Campbell.
That's
Kinda,
such a
right? I agree.
no.
Like
Get
I'm not
It,
super fired up
put it
about
this way,
taking Will
Mike.
Campbell.
Mike, honest
I
question.
get it.
If the Patriots took either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter on a
Mhm.
scale of 1 to 10, how happy would you be? Either one.
Um, I'd probably be like an 8 with both of them.
I'd be a
Now,
Yeah.
do Will
six for
Campbell.
Travis Carter.
Will Campbell only goes like a 7.5 just because of his position, just because it's not
Yeah.
exciting.
Right, but
That's
even
all.
still,
No,
there's a
they
difference
definitely would be up
between
there. Yeah, they definitely would be. They definitely
there's a
would.
I'd be
difference.
less excited for Travis Hunter than I would Will Campbell. I'd be the most
Yes.
excited.
I
Yep.
would I would
100%.
be
I would be.
if they got Travis Hunter somehow, I would be obnoxious on the next show.
Because
I
you watch too
wouldn't
much
care.
sports radio.
No,
Do
I
you?
watched too much
You can't
Colorado
watch
football, which
radio.
was great to
Colorado
watch.
sucks. No, they
They
were
Do
made
you
a
guys
they
terrible.
made a
think?
bowl game this year. They
Dude,
had a chance to
anyone
make the
makes a
playoff.
fucking bowl game. You can make a bowl game going 7-5.
Until the
Anyone
last
can
two
make a
weeks,
bowl game.
they were in the bowl conversation. They were in
Dude,
the yeah, you know what I'm
they
talking
play
about.
like
College
North
football playoff, sorry.
Texas and Colorado State. Like they're not fucking crushing good teams.
They
They're playing
beat good teams. They
they're
beat
playing
Oregon.
Toledo.
They're not playing Toledo. What are you
Oregon
talking about?
smoked
Toledo.
them last year.
Hold on. It
You
was it
guys know what's
Oregon?
crazy?
Hold on.
None of us have the Patriots drafting a tight end. I saw
I
some
know.
people were thinking they would. I saw Tyler Warren is a pick
If
that
they
I'd
got
be let
Tyler
down
Warren,
by.
I'd be super psyched.
What about
I'd be-
what's his name? Taylor Mason, Mason Taylor or something, LSU tight end.
Oh
Saw people
yeah,
bringing his name
Yeah,
up.
true.
yeah. I'm
Fannin
not
Jr. is
crazy about
another
it.
guy. I wouldn't be surprised if they took a flyer on a tight end.
So Al, this is their fucking schedule, and I tell you, it's not
Is
great.
this from last year or this year?
Yeah, this is from last year. This
Yeah, I have it here too. They barely
So I
beat
don't know. Liam
dude,
Liam likes to bring up stats
dude,
from 4 years ago.
Bucket.
So
They won by 5 against North
North
Dakota
Dakota.
State.
You realize they're like a national powerhouse for like
They're
NAIA or
really
whatever. But anyways,
trust me. The Birds picked Carson Wentz out of them. I know everything there is to
oh,
know
hold on,
about
wait a minute.
fucking North
Wait a minute.
Dakota.
They
They're
beat
terrible.
Baylor. They beat UCF by
Baylor
27.
sucks.
They
UCF
beat Arizona
blows.
by 27. They beat Cincinnati. They beat
Lost to
Texas
K
Tech. They
State.
beat Utah. Like
Dude,
they
you're
had some
naming
good
all
wins
these
last year.
mid schools.
what are
Texas
we even
Tech.
arguing about?
Texas Texas Tech.
What are we arguing
Texas
about?
Tech hasn't been good since Graham Harrell was there. All
Oh,
right, we're not
Colorado? Are
talking
we
about
talking
that.
about who
Dude, they
Colorado was
lost to
facing?
Yeah,
Kansas. They
yeah.
lost to motherfucking
All right,
Kansas.
Mike. I think we need to
Oh,
wrap this up because
God.
we're
Yeah,
okay.
and Kansas has Devin Neal, who might be a Patriot in the fourth
there.
round.
You
Yeah,
go.
no,
Way to
this is
bring it back,
preposterous.
Mike. Good job.
Hold
See how
on,
I do
next
that?
year they're playing Delaware. Oh, look out, guys. That's a must-watch Saturday game. Colorado against Delaware. Oh shit.
All right,
Forget,
guys. The draft
forget. Catch a real
Thursday, 8
fucking
o'clock.
barn burner. They're playing Wyoming September 20th. Gotta be there for that one. Oh man. It's gonna be a sick game. Shit.
College
Ah,
football isn't real football, so it's
clear your
fine.
schedule. Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh.
What a
All right, guys. So
like
for these two
Cincinnati named the fucking
bickering
Bearcats.
buffoons, for Liam, for Al, for me, for the Patriots, for James White,
Look at
for the
these
love of God, for
squids.
Drake May. This was Tuck Rule Takes,
The year
episode
before they played
177.
Air Force. Talk about a free win.
Guys, the draft Thursday, 8 o'clock. Watch it. Will Campbell, draft Will Campbell no matter what, solidify the left tackle, if you just follow this simple plan the Tuck Rule Takes boys have laid out, this equals Super Bowl. I'll start saying it.
Yeah, there it is. There it
There
is,
it
Liam.
is. There it
There it
is.
is.
It's that time of year, boys. Super Bowl talk.
Okay.
So like I said, for Al, Liam, I'm Mike. This is Tuck Rule Takes. We'll see you guys next week. We will know the Patriots draft then, and we can finally start to talk about some football. And I think the Patriots' actual schedule should be out too, I think, by then. So
Yeah.
can't wait. See you guys next week. Be on the lookout for James White in the draft as well. He's going to be announcing day 2. So sweet feet. Go.
Sweet.
Can't wait to text you fucks on game day or draft day.